we can talk. I will join you in the waking world shortly. I can never repay you for all you've done. I should throw a grand feast and make you part of my personal guard. But there's still dangers to deal with. Filgor plans to desecrate my sister's spirit. That must not be allowed to happen. The crown of Freydis, the symbol of our people, can only be worn by the true heir of the throne. It won't fit upon an unworthy head. Filgor believes that he can merge our sister's spirit with his own, making him worthy of the crown. If the crown fits, it proclaims Filgor as the true king. Not even I can oppose the one who wears the crown. That's why Filgor must be stopped. He can't be allowed to desecrate Nirnhild's spirit. Filgor and his Stormfist brigade have gone to the Dragon Shrine of Skuldafn. The prince and I must go to the camps at the foot of the mountain and plan our counter move. I need to leave now. The people need their king.
I can't wait.
We're celebrating the king here. Eat like you mean it.
I can never repay you for all you've done. I should throw a grand feast and make... Filgor and his Stormfist...
I can open a portal for you. But after all this...
Hello, friend.
I only have the energy to teleport you and your son.
That's fine. Our friend here has done more than enough for us already and deserves some time to rest. Come on, Skir. Let's go. You are welcome to join us at our camp if you wish. Whatever you decide, thank you for what you have done.
We're still alive. I never would have guessed that would be the result of all this. Now I need some rest. To study the Tyrnian monks and the three old gods. Fascinating stuff. And truth to tell, I don't want to go into any more dreams. More or less. Thanks to my training and experience, I was taught to learn, to understand, to survive. The Skald King has discovered these things as well. A rare leader, Yoran. He's a ruler who listens. To rest and hold council with his advisors, no doubt. Thanes, Ebonheart pack leaders, other nobles, I'm sure. There's a large camp to the northeast. The soldiers call it Yoran's Stand, not far from the place called Skaldafen.
Well met, champion. It is, and your arrival is not unexpected. I've been waiting for you to arrive. Prince Ernskar commanded me to keep watch. He wants to speak to you. He's on the battlements at the East Gate, watching the movements of Fildgor Orkthane's troops. Things are quiet here. For now. Indeed. The soldiers call this place Yoran's Stand, for King Yoran is determined to stop the Orkthane and restore peace to Eastmarch from this very encampment. The assassination attempt hasn't hindered the Skald King's ability to command, if that's what you're asking. The Dark Elf healers tend to him, and he grows stronger every day. There's still some tension. The prince made accusations when the king was poisoned, and that certainly hasn't helped matters. To his credit, though, Prince Ernskar seeks to make amends for the strained relations. The assassination attempt hasn't hindered the Skald King's ability to command, if that's what you're asking. The Dark Elf healers tend to him, and he grows stronger every day. There's still some tension. The prince made accusations when the king was poisoned, and that certainly hasn't helped matters. To his credit, though, Prince Ernskar seeks to make amends for the strained relations. The assassination attempt hasn't hindered the Skald King's ability to command, if that's what you're asking. The Dark Elf healers tend to him, and he grows stronger every day. There's still some tension. The prince made accusations when the king was poisoned, and that certainly hasn't helped matters. To his credit, though, Prince Ernskar seeks to make amends for the strained relations. The assassination attempt hasn't hindered the Skald King's ability to command, if that's what you're asking.
The guild requests your help. Comrade, I have an urgent message for you. Guildmaster Sees All Colors would like to see you as soon as possible. She said the journal has revealed something about the Vivikis, whatever that is. She awaits you at the guild hall. You can find her in the hall in Mournhold, comrade. May the Eight protect you. No idea. Word around the hall is that she's been working day and night on some mysterious project. I've even seen some Mages Guild scribes wandering around the place. Strange.
Well met, my friend. My father is still weak from the poison, but he's recovering. I'm organizing things here while he gets his strength back. I need to regain the confidence of our Dark Elf and Argonian allies. My regrettable actions at Fort Armel have made them wary. Speak to the highest-ranking pact leaders in the camp. General Yveth Noramil of the Dark Elves and the Argonian leader Eyes of Steel. See what we can do to demonstrate the strength of the pact.
So Filgor poisoned his own brother, and he expects the Nords to follow him. He's more foolish than I imagined.
Wars come and wars go, but the Hist endures. War approaches like a storm on the wind, and the prince needs our help. Why should I trust him or his champion? Perhaps some discourse will show me the measure of Ernskar's advocate. Does war make a person stronger? An obvious answer. Another question. Which serves best in time of war? A strong will or a strong body? Thoughtful response. I do worry that Prince Ernskar's insular thinking is dangerous and goes against the edicts that formed the pact. An interesting outlook. Learn by losing. I think the Storm-faced commander Hall Bitterblade might learn by losing something as well. His head, for example. At least his troops would learn a lesson to fear the Ebonheart Pact.
You look competent. Spies in the trees, assassins in the shadows. We must stay vigilant. I'm the sentry captain. To me, there's always a problem. It's in the details. That kind of thinking keeps us secure. Could you light the watchfires near the east and south gates? The fires keep the Storm Fists from sneaking too close to the walls. The Nords usually do this for me, but they got distracted. Happens all the time. Probably the mead they never stop guzzling. Here's a torch. Use a campfire to light it. Then light the fires near the south and east gates. It keeps the Stormfists from advancing, and the lack of shadows hinders their spies and assassins. So yes, the fires help. While you deal with that, I need to check out a troubling report I just received. Perhaps. Come back here after you light the fires. I should have more information by then. What news do you bring? Well done. While you were gone, another task has presented itself. A task more suited to your talents. I learned that the Orc Thane's troops are establishing a camp in the woods to the south. They need to be discouraged. Fildgor's spymaster Remorgel leads the effort. I want him stopped, and I want whatever orders he carries. I'll send my scout to help you. After you deal with the spymaster, my scout has information on a second target I want you to take care of.
That was a good fight. The captain wants us to eliminate Shaman Moramat. She is powerful and she's responsible for many pack deaths. The captain also wants whatever orders Moramat carries. Removing the shaman would be good for morale, especially mine. Reports indicate that she's just east of here, setting up another camp. I think the Orc Thane is really trying to box us in. Our job is done. It was a pleasure working with you.
Were the Orc Thane's agents dealt with? Let me see their orders. Yes, yes, very interesting. This is excellent work. Excellent. The king, his son, and the other pact leaders can safely focus on dealing with Orc Thane Fildgor now, thanks to you.
Well, don't just stand there staring at me. I'm very busy, and I don't have time to play 7 questions. Running errands for the princeling, are you? And I'm not your first. My aides tell me you went to see the lizard before coming to me. I suppose Ernskar wants to affirm his commitment to the pact. Wants to drink vile mead and discuss strategy. Talk means nothing. A blood contract, on the other hand, is binding. Use my dagger, Viper's Strike, on any Stormfists you slay. The blood it absorbs powers its enchantment. Bring it back when the dagger is fully charged. To charge its enchantment, yes. If that makes you or the princeling squeamish, however, I perfectly understand.
false king and his foreign allies can throw to you.
The brave and mysterious champion returns. Do you have something for me? And I see that you brought me his head. Bitterblade was a worthy foe, and your efforts on behalf of Prince Ernskar have improved my opinion of him considerably. I shall confer with the prince and offer my counsel as needed.
Will this war never end?
Alert the heralds! Ernskar's errand runner has returned. So you have. I'd applaud, but killing a few Stormfists isn't really that significant of an accomplishment. However, your efforts on behalf of the Princeling prove that he does wish to make amends for his idiotic behavior at Fort Armel. Yes, true. But that's not as much fun. Oh, very well. I shall work with Prince Ernskar. He shall benefit from my considerable knowledge and expertise.
Well met, my friend. I received word that General Yvette Noramil and Eyes of Steel will meet with me. I'll show them the respect they deserve and work to strengthen our alliance. Once again, your aid advances our cause. You have my gratitude. I need to discuss strategy with the Thanes and pack leaders. The Argonian and Dark Elf leaders are ready to meet. It's time to gather a council of war. Do you think you could convince the Thanes to attend as well? They're an independent lot, but their advice would be welcome. Start with Thane Harvold. He's a close friend of my father's. If any of the Thanes can be counted on, it's Harvold. We'll meet in front of the healer's tent. I'm sure my father will feel well enough to join us.
Good.
I'm a little busy at the moment. Come back later. Would he now? And I suppose I should just jump at his command? Why should I do that? He's demonstrated nothing but hard-headedness and brashness since before his father was poisoned. I'm not convinced he's acting in the kingdom's best interest. I trust King Yoren. He's a man who listens and plans. But he allowed his son to run wild and independent for too long. And look at the trouble it's brought us. You're as pushy as the prince. Very well. Take this dispatch to King Yoren. He's in the Dark Elf tent, being tended to by their healers. I want to hear what he has to say on the matter.
Your timing is impeccable. I'd hoped to find you here, Adept. Balast has finished translating the tome. Once you're ready, join us at the Mages Guild. Speak to Balast when you arrive. I'll be making preparations for your first trial. Balast will be expecting you in the Mournhold Guild Hall. I'll see you there, Adept. She did most of the hard work. I'll leave the explanation to her. Just know that Sheogorath is nowhere near as clever as he thinks. She was able to unravel his nonsense and determine where you need to go. Huh!
I am recovering, but the process is slower than I'd like. I don't have to open this. I know that Harvold is concerned about Unskar. Assure him that I'm well enough to guide my son and my kingdom. Tell Harvold that I will talk to him later.
Did you hear some cultists found an old Daedric shrine in Fungal Grotto?
Back already? Did you see King Yoren? Well, I expressed my concerns. I suppose, for the sake of my friendship with Yoren, I should give Ernskar the benefit of the doubt. I'll meet with the little snot. Have you talked to the other Thanes yet? You should probably talk to Thane Oda Wolf-Sister next. Oda is a fine woman, if a bit odd. She's very fond of wolves. Very fond. She's probably outside the fort, communing with her four-legged friends. If you want my advice, and not that you asked, talk to Oda's housecarl, Jaima. She tries to keep track of her Thane, which isn't an easy task. Last I saw, she was up at the front gate searching for her master. Now go. I'll find Ernskar shortly.
My, you're a hardy one! And do you see her? She's not here. She's out there somewhere communing with her beloved wolves. How can I protect her when she runs off into the woods without so much as a by your leave? She's a maddening woman. Ugh, maddening. Last I saw, she was east of the camp, communing with wolves. But she does have a connection to the creatures. I've never seen one so much as growl at her. Of course, you won't be so lucky. But if you kill any wolves, she won't be happy with you. Try eating a canis cap mushroom. It's supposed to mask your scent or something. Wolves won't attack you. Or so I hear. I just stay away from wolves. Or you can kill wolves until you find Thane Oda. But that won't end well if you want her help. Canis cap mushrooms tend to grow on logs. I think I saw some on the big log right outside this gate.
I love coming out here and basking in all this nature. Have we met? What is that delightful scent? Ah, another admirer of wolfkind. You've eaten a canis cap. You have that wonderful musky scent of fur and dirt and grass and old meat. Mmm. You don't seem to be truly enjoying being one of the wolves. No accounting for taste, I suppose. In any case, you said the prince sent you. No doubt he wants me at this war council. I am pleased that he thought to send someone who respects my wolfkin. I'll attend the council. The lingering effect of the mushroom will keep you safe, but it wears off quickly. You should find Thane Yegi. If he's sober, he should attend.
Mead or milk? Are you a Nord or a Nat? Ha! My reputation precedes me. I may be half drunk most of the time, but my mind's still sharp. Prince Ernskar wants to meet with some of the Thanes and the Pact delegates, am I right? Of course I am, but spare me your assurances. The prince is a skeever. You know what will convince me to attend a boring war council? Mead. Specifically some of Volyar's meadery's best vintages. Some crates recently arrived in camp. I know who doesn't have it. Me! A crate was given to the Dark Elves, but they loathe the stuff. Ask their quartermaster. Bet they'll give it away. Or just look for bottles lying around. I don't care where it comes from, as long as it's mead. Any luck acquiring some of that Volyar mead? Ah, this is the stuff. Drink with me. To the Skull King's health. I mean, the Skull King. A Skull King would not be a good thing. That's the Nord spirit. Sort of. Next time, though, try it like this. I suppose one drink isn't enough. I need some fortification if I'm going to attend a council. I'll head over after I drink this bottle.
I've little time for talk. Fildgor is at Skuldafn, with the crown of Freydis and the body of Queen Nirnhild. For what purpose?
The Orc Thane plans to use them at the Dragon Shrine, to usurp my father's throne.
A necromantic ritual, perhaps?
The crown is a powerful artifact. I shudder to think what the Orc Thane can accomplish with it.
I don't like the idea of that bastard using our fabled crown. And I hate that he has our beloved queen's body.
Father, you honor us. I'm glad to see you up and around.
My brother seeks to pull my sister's soul from Sovngarde. The crown of Freydis will see the soul, not the man.
It's good to see you well, Yoren. We've been discussing how to approach Skuldafn.
Yes, yes. We discuss and we strategize while Fildgor digs in and strengthens his defenses.
So, have we come to any conclusions?
The Stormfists have fortified the primary path to the Dragon Shrine. A frontal assault would take time that we may not have.
Time is a luxury we don't possess. If Fildgor completes this ritual, all is lost.
That's why you wanted to see those scouting reports. You think there's another way into Skuldafn?
There is always another way. Champion, may we speak? Well met, my courageous friend. The time of our victory is at hand. Yes, thank you for all you've done, but your skills are needed again. Our troops will begin the assault on Skuldafn, but we need a faster approach to reach Fildgor. Yes, we have several of our best scouts searching the area. Thane Mira found something in the hills north of here. Those dragon shrines are rife with passages and secret entrances. Good. Make sure the way is clear for our assault. Speak to General Noramil. He's been coordinating our effort to scout the area for another way in. The Ebonheart Pact stands together to defeat the Orcthane.
Send for me, if you need me, sire.
Over here, champion. The time has come to crush Fildgor and the Stormfist Brigade, once and for all. Ah, yes, the scouting reports. He wants you to sneak into Skuldafn while we distract the bulk of the Orcthane's army. Skuldafn is special to the Nords. Yoren always planned to hold the moot there, but then Fildgor moved in. We think Fildgor wants to use the Dragon Shrine to steal Queen Nirnhild's soul, and force the Crown of Freydis to recognize him as the true ruler of Skyrim. Meet Scout Snowhunter to the north and east. He'll show you how to reach Skuldafn.
Came from Yoren's stand? Did the General send you? Excellent. We're holding things down as best we can here, but we need to move quickly. I fear the usurper is close to achieving his goal. I'm glad you're here. We were worried we'd missed our opportunity. The other scouts report that Fildgor's flank is undefended. Go talk to Thane Mera. She led a small team up through this pass and into Skuldafn. We need to find a way to get the rest of the soldiers through the pass without drawing the attention of the Stormfists. Skuldafn is extremely defensible. It won't be easy to get our army up there. Still, Fildgor the Exile won't wait for us to get into position. He has his own timetable to keep, I'm sure. Good luck up there.
Stay low. The Stormfists don't know we're here yet, and I want to keep it that way. We're waiting for King Yoren and his troops to arrive, but Fildgor has his own agenda. He's moving fast, and I don't think the army is going to show up in time. But I've got a few ideas on how to slow him down. Fire. Nothing causes more chaos than a raging fire. Scares even the most dim-witted, hard-headed Nords. The carts the Stormfists brought are full of weapons, food, and other gear. Set them ablaze and start a panic. That should slow them down a bit. Light the signal fire. That's the sign the King's troops are waiting for before they make their final push up the mountain. That said, I still don't think they'll make it in time. You need to reach Vildgor.
What is it?
I can sense Yoren's troops coming up the mountain, but they will be too late. I am sorry, but this all falls to you. You are the only one who can reach Vildgor in time. Vildgor has forced his way into Sovngarde. He is close to accomplishing his goal. Soon he shall steal my essence and convince the crown of Freydis to accept him. Please, you must stop him. Vildgor opened a bridge between this world and Sovngarde. His royal blood grants him access to the hallowed halls of our ancestors, no matter what foul atrocities he has performed. Even now, he works his dark magic there, siphoning off my soul. The Watcher at the bridge guards the entrance. I will speak on your behalf, and you shall be able to enter Sovngarde as my champion. When you reach the peak, step into the column of light. The rest is up to you.
been a thorn in my side for too long. Come then, interloper. Come and die.
No, it can't end like this. I can't be defeated. Not again.
You beat me. I lose to my cursed brother. Again. Perhaps he is the better ruler. Regardless, in front of my ancestors and my sister, I am undone. Do what you will with me. What choice do I have? Even with Sovngarde's power to aid me, I lost. The crown of Freydis rejects me. The thorn in my side became my undoing. You've won. What will you do with me now? I will bring the crown of Freydis to my brother. Don't worry. I give you my word that this is finished.
Fildgor has departed this place, and the spirits return to their eternal sleep. Tell me what happened here. Honorable, but perhaps misguided. You should have just killed him and been done with it. Forgive me. My detachment from life has given me a cold view of things. You should speak with Yoren, and make sure that Fildgor pays for his crimes. Your concern is appreciated, but in case you have forgotten, I am dead. You have already done more for me than I ever expected. I return to Sovngarde now. I will welcome my brother when he joins me. With luck, I shall see you there one day as well.
The Stormfists were panicked by the raging fires. We cut through the ranks as quickly as we could, but I'm afraid we were too late. Tell me, my sister, I almost wish Fildgor had not survived his encounter with you. Now I must deal with my own brother. And there's only one possible punishment for treason. True, but I find no joy in ending my own brother's life. Move back and let me get this damnable duty over with. Brother, why did it come to this?
I was wrong, brother. Please spare me. I am capable of helping you.
No, brother. I know all too well what you're capable of. The King's judgment stands. May the spirits forgive you, Fildgor, for I have not. Esteemed allies, I stand before my ancestors at this holy dragon shrine to seal our pact for the greater good.
I stand on this mountain to proclaim how far the Argonians have come from the swamps of Black Marsh. In the name of my people, I add my voice to form this Ebonheart Pact.
I represent the Dunmer and the Tribunal. I stand on this frigid rock to affirm our place in the Ebonheart Pact. I fervently hope we can move this along, because it's freezing up here.
The Nords offer the crown of Freydis. This symbol of power and wisdom provides the pact with the strength and authority of our Nord ancestors.
The Dunmer offer the Judgment of Veloth, an artifact of ancient magic. This provides the pact with our skills and the blessing of the Tribunal.
The Argonians offer the Nemic Egg, sacred symbol of birth and life, thus granting our wisdom and the memories of the Hist to the pact. With these offerings, the pact is sealed. Let our nations become one.
Further, the Dunmer call for a single leader to hold this pact together. We believe Skald King Yoren is the one to lead us.
Let our enemies tremble at our combined might. I accept the role of High King of the Ebonheart Pact. We have much to discuss here. Please, champion, return to Joran's stand and tell my son what has transpired here.
Welcome back, champion. What news do you bring from the peaks of lonely Skaldafen? Filgo's dead. As it should be. I mourn with my father, though. You've been by his side and have persevered when others would have faltered. From now on, you shall be known as the High King's Arrow, for you lead the way, and always strike true.
King's Arrow? I have some news you might find interesting. I'm glad to see that business at Skuldafen's dealt with, but a soldier's duty is never done. The Rift needs your help. We've had an urgent message from Shorestone. They're under attack by Reachmen. Their numbers and ferocity are beyond anything the defenders have seen before. Reinforcements are on the way, but the King's Arrow would be a boon to the defenders. Vigrad Wraithbane, leader of the Companions, directs the defense of Shorestone. He needs you. What do you want?
Another traveler wanders in, but you don't look like a bard. Welcome to Krogwallow. The Skald King's royal road workers live here during repair season. Have you used any of the flat, smooth roads in Eastmarch? That's our work. We've been working hard, and now it's time to celebrate. You should join us. Maybe you can help me out. The cooks, Calagar and Hegvir, are arguing over what to serve. They want me to choose, but I hate to pick favorites. Calagar wants to serve steaks. Hegvir says goat stew. You can pick. We just need to make sure we have plenty of good food, and we're all set. Funny that 2 visitors wandered in today. You and that bard. At least the party will have proper music this time. Goat stew is delicious, full of meat and potatoes, and not too many vegetables. Hegvir is a pretty good cook. She'll probably need your help getting some of the ingredients for her stew, though. Of course I like steak. I'm Nord, aren't I? That's all Calagar really knows how to make. Bear steaks, usually. He'll probably need your help getting the meat.
You look like you need a bear steak. Charred on the outside, bloody in the middle. Bears and the workers want meat, seared, salted, and still bleeding. I ask you, what goes better with a cask of mead than a good bear steak? Nothing, that's what. Hegvir probably wants to make that fancy goat stew of hers. She uses herbs. That's where you come in. You look like you could carve up a bear. Go lure old Ironclaw from his cave. Just toss these leftovers Hegvir made out front. It should attract the bear. Goodness knows no Nord will eat the stuff. That old bear should be in his lair this time of the day. It's north and west from here. Just drop that old lunch on the rock in front of the cave. The smell should lure old Ironclaw out, and you can take care of him. Wonderful. These bear steaks will feed a lot of people. Did old Ironclaw give you any trouble? Well done, friend. I mean rare. Good and rare. I'll start searing these steaks right away. You know what goes good with bear steak? Mead! And Bears needs a few more barrels. Go see Raldolph Wolfkin at the storehouse. Get his key and get the mead.
What do you want? Key? What key? Oh, what's the use? It wasn't their fault. They didn't mean to take it. I won't say any more. I won't tattle on my friends. The key is lost, but I know where it is. Sort of. One of my wolf friends snatched it off my belt. Swallowed it in one gulp. I refuse to kill them for a key. They are beautiful, noble creatures. A woman who once loved me treated them as kin. I do. If you had known Olda and seen her among the wolves, well, you would look at them differently too. She was blessed by kine, and the wolves were always gentle around her. She taught me to respect them. Oh, my fair Olda. Do what you must then. They ran to the north. They're probably not far. Oh, my noble friends. I can't bear to watch this. Run! Run, my wolf brethren! Save yourselves!
I like hard.
Looks like you've been busy. Thanks for all your help. Now relax and have some fun. The party's already started. You know, we could use some music, though. Oh, there is. He's the one not dressed like a royal worker. He's upstairs last I checked. Why don't you go up and ask him to play us a song? Here and there, these camps are well built and well maintained. Great places to rest when the weather turns ugly. As often as we can. The Skull King himself sends the mead to us on a regular basis. Likes to keep his workers happy. Good man, King Yoren. Sure bless him. Here and there, these camps are well built and well maintained. Great places to rest when the weather turns ugly. As often as we can. The Skull King himself sends the mead to us on a regular basis. Likes to keep his workers happy. Good man, King Yoren. Sure bless him. Here and there, these camps are well built and well maintained. Great places to rest when the weather turns ugly. As often as we can. The Skull King himself sends the mead to us on a regular basis. Likes to keep his workers happy. Good man, King Yoren. Sure bless him. Here and there, these camps are well built and well maintained. Great places to rest when the weather turns ugly. As often as we can. The Skull King himself said...
A fine gathering. A fine gathering indeed. I suppose I have made them wait long enough.
I like to build anticipation in my audience. Makes the reaction that much better. Yes, it's time. A bard must always gauge the audience. You want them relaxed, receptive. If they are too deep in the cups, they can't appreciate the wonderful tones of my lute. My fine ladies and handsome gentlemen, it is time for music. Relax and listen to my songs. Let the music soothe you.
What happened here? There are dead and injured people all over the place. And who are you? I need to figure out what happened here. My friends deserve answers. I'm the overseer for the royal work crews in this area. When I left for Wilhelm a few days ago, my workers were hale and whole. Now I come back to find many of them cut down and the rest injured and confused. I need answers. You and anyone else who survived whatever happened here. I need to report to Jarl. How did you end up in Cragwallow? My gut tells me you aren't responsible. No injuries, but you seem to be recovering your wits well enough. Help me investigate what happened. Talk to some of the survivors. Let's see if we can piece together recent events. We need to figure out what happened here.
Why would anyone attack Cragwallow?
To be honest, I wasn't seeing all that clearly before the attack. I admit I had a drink. Or 7. I remember there was singing, then the screaming started. Or was it screaming and then singing? No, we were singing. The bard was playing. I think I saw you singing along too. It's all so confusing. But now that you mention it, perhaps it was more like shrieking. Like some kind of angry creature swooping in for the kill. No, I wish I could. That poor bard, I think I remember him yelling too.
My head aches and everything looks blurry. I took a hard knock on the head. I don't remember much from earlier today. There was drinking and singing, and pie. I think I remember pie. No, it was just a normal pie. Apple, I think. Oh, sorry. I'm still a bit fuzzy. I think there might have been a brawl outside. Maybe someone got into a fight. I wish I could remember something. I was relaxed, drinking a bit. I heard the bard start to play and I decided I was going to have another piece of pie. Next thing I knew, I woke up with this lump on my head and they're all dead. No, it was just a no. Show them no mercy. Oh, I think I need to lay down for a while.
I want to catch whoever's responsible for this. 1 pint of mead. Not even. Half a pint at best. And my memory is all hazy. I sang along with the bard. His lute was just enchanting. Next thing I know, I wake up, covered in such a blur. I might have seen things moving around. Not quite human, but too small to be trolls. Not ice wraiths either. Those things leave ice all over the place. Yes, that's it. We were attacked by small not quite human things.
Everyone seems confused. Did you find out anything at all? In a haze of memories, that bard and his music stand out like the sun on a clear winter's day. But where is he? I don't see a bard among the living or the dead. I agree. Search the area and see if you can find him. People remember music, and the bard is missing. A coincidence? Maybe, but I don't like the sound of it. I'll stay here to help the wounded and keep watch over the camp.
There was nothing I could do. I'm one of the royal workers. I followed the creatures that dragged off the bard, Reeklings. Unless I miss my guess, they haven't been seen around these parts in years. There were too many of the foul creatures. I couldn't help him. Nasty little goblins. Disgusting creatures, in my opinion. Into that cave. I never even knew there was a cave up here. He was still alive when they dragged him in there. The goblins seemed excited about something. I'm a road worker, not a soldier. I'm not going to walk into a den of Reeklings. That would be suicide. Whatever has the Reeklings so riled up probably led to the attack on Cragwallow. I hope you can save the bard and figure out what's going on.
Get me out of here! No, I'm not all right. These creatures... Well, about that... I had no idea it would attract But it's... well... You are going... You got the key? Open the cage. What? You wouldn't leave me in here? I had no idea the loot would attract the Reeklings. It never did before. And I never wanted the workers to get hurt. I'm not a violent person. I'm not a criminal. Well, not a dangerous criminal. All right. I swear by the snow on my mother's grave. I'm very sorry about what happened. Yes, of course, I did promise. I don't suppose I could just promise to find a new line of work, and then we could just skip the part that requires me to... All right, all right. I'll go back to Crag Wallow, and... I may not be the most honest Nord, but I promised I would surrender myself to the royal workers if you got me away from the Reeklings. Please, I'm not as strong or as fast as I used to be. I was assaulted by the same creatures that attacked Cragwallow. You track these monsters? Then I implore you to aid a dying old man. I was a soldier before joining the work crew. My sword and shield saw me through many battles. But I am a shadow of my former self. The creatures took my items and left me to die. I want my sword and shield with me for my final journey.
should have been back by now. Captain Alhana... Are you heading to the shrine? The shrine to the goddess Kain. We come here to pray and ask for her blessing before battle. The rest of our brigade went to visit the shrine yesterday. They haven't returned yet, and I'm worried about them. Well, no. Not after that traveling merchant came by and told us that terrible story. He said dark witches had killed the keepers of the shrine. The place has been overrun. I can match steel with any soldier, but how do you battle a witch's hex? Kain bless you, stranger. Captain Alhana commands the brigade. She's an excellent leader and a terror with a blade, but they should have been back by now. What? Were you raised by an ignorant dark elf? She's our goddess, widow of shore and goddess of storm. Kain gave us life. She protects us in battle. She blesses our weapons and armor. And when we fall, Kain leads us to Sovngarde. Haven't you heard? There's a war brewing in Eastmarch. Most Nords capable of wielding a weapon are already on the battlefield. If we had the numbers, we'd march right in and take back the shrine. Soldiers often visit the shrine before going into battle. How else would we receive Kain's blessing? The keepers provide shelter, allowing pilgrims to pray for a day and a night. But Alhana and the others have been gone longer than that. I don't think so. Captain Alhana is a stickler for schedules and protocols. But ever since that traveling merchant told us tales of witches and corruption at the shrine, we've been too frightened to go and check on them. What? Were you raised by an ignorant dark elf?
Quiet! Someone's coming! Go away, witch! You won't curse any more of my soldiers! If you don't leave, you'll taste my blade! Krollold? Really? How do I know you didn't bewitch him, just like the others? That's the most rational thing I've heard all day. Hold on, I'll unlock the door. Don't let any of the witches follow you in, hmm? My apologies, but these are dangerous times. I watched my soldiers turn into mindless slaves. I had to make sure that your will was still your own. Our brigade came to the shrine to pray. That's when they fell upon us, Daedric witches! They bewitched most of my soldiers. We four are all that remains, and Droy is burning with an unnatural fever. I fear he won't last much longer. He was cursed by the witches. The fever burns away all that he is. Soon he'll be a mindless slave, just like the others. The Keepers could heal him, but we haven't seen a Keeper since we arrived. It's likely the witches killed or cursed them. Of course, they could be barricaded away, just like we are, waiting for help to arrive. Droy mentioned something about them before the fever took him, but we've had other things to deal with. Explore the shrine. The witches there might have a clue. There's also a locked dresser by the bed. One of the bewitched soldiers might have a key. I'd love to know what they've locked in there. Before the fever took Droy, he mentioned the witch by the lake. He said she didn't attack him. Find this witch. If she's really willing to talk to you, she might have something useful to say.
Droy's fever grows worse. Why do you approach me? Do you want to end up like the rest of the Bewitched? Or perhaps you believe Kyne will protect you? You search in vain, then, for the Keepers are lost. Kyne no longer lights their way. Why should the Keepers maintain the shrine of a god who ignores their prayers? Kyne blesses the Nords before battle, but Nords die every day. We lose sons and daughters in these stupid wars, and what does mighty Kyne do? Absolutely nothing. We refuse to worship a god who ignores us and lets our children die. Think about it. You'll figure it out soon enough. Now leave this place and take everyone barricaded in that building with you. The Keepers don't need to be rescued, and this grove belongs to us now. Go.
Was your search successful? I know this book. Many nodes carry similar hymns written to our goddess. It's strange that a Daedric witch would take this from a keeper. Perhaps it's part of their spell. Maybe they use a victim's property to maintain control. It sounds like the witches attacked before we arrived. I wonder if the keepers were already cursed when this was written. That would explain why they were acting strangely. A hymn book? A journal? And now a witch? I have my suspicions, but there must be more to it. This can't be what I think it is. Investigate the building where the head keeper worked. Last time I checked, it was locked. If you can enter the house, you might find something that will make sense of this situation. I haven't climbed through a window since I was a young girl. They've gotten smaller. I should have checked the window. Nords tend to break things, not sneak through them. What? No, that can't be right. Even though I suspected... No. There must be some mistake. To go against everything they believe in, everything they were taught? Why would the Keepers do such a thing? The Keepers teach us it is an honor to die defending our homeland. That's what they preach. Forsaking the teachings of Kyne dishonors us all.
All of my soldiers need to be at full strength before we continue. Head back to the house my soldiers have barricaded. See if they need any more assistance, then come find me. We'll figure out what to do with Ormi then. Droy, our advance scout, has succumbed to a fever and lies dying at the back of the house. Our healer thinks she can cure him, but she needs Kain's breath to do it. It's a local flower. It grows in the shadow of the runestones those witches are tending. Gather some and bring it to Fresgil. She'll take it from there.
Our storm spell is nearly complete. Interlo needs the time you promised us.
Just because that Lamia matriarch's dead doesn't make it sloppy. If we get ambushed, someone's falling on their own sword. any loafing around. Don't care if you're tired.
I need healing!
I need...
We found the invaders.